What's up, headphone junkies? Welcome to my channel where I offer my unfiltered, no BS thoughts and opinions on audio tech from a hobbyist consumer level perspective. You won't find overhype, sellout product pushing, or waste of time fancy editing here. I will be touching on technical specs and features, but they are not the highlights. I want you to picture my videos simply as a friend speaking to a friend about things he liked and didn't like. Sound can be very subjective, so I will do my best to describe what I'm hearing in detail. It's okay if you don't agree. Comment below and tell me about your experience. Positive conversation is what I'm doing this for. If you're inclined to hit the dislike button, I won't be mad at you, but do me a solid and let me know what it is I can do to improve my next video. I try to reply to all comments that come my way. I hate it when I ask a question to these famous reviewers knowing it will forever go unanswered. With that said, help me keep the trolls back and subscribe. Now let's get to it. Guys, the intro to this video wore me out, man. That is a mouthful. Try to repeat that, all right? I hope you guys appreciate it. So, I popped in my head as I pressed record. All right, so I'm here with the Sony's WH-1000XM3s. What is up with Sony's naming scheme? What kind of dog and pony show that they got going up in them offices that are coming up with these weird-ass names? All of their products have it. Why can't these just be the Sony Starships, okay? These are technologically advanced in the industry right now. They have the most of everything, so why not call them the Starships? Now, I say they have the most of everything, but they're matched by another company. I don't want to say it because I say it in every freaking video, and I think you guys are going to start thinking I'm a shill for this company, and I is not. So, I'm going to do a quick unboxing. I already took the wrapper off. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. You unboxing people are vicious. So the wrapping is off, but I put everything back in the box. Okay, now I did the testing already on these headphones. I put them through my torture test, and I took them to the gym. I did my testing. Now, a quick story before I get into that. If you guys watch my other videos on the Sony's XM3s, I'm going to call them the XM3s, right? Don't get confused. I'm not going to go through WH-1000XM3. I ain't going to do that. All right, so about a month ago, I bought these. I was very excited. All the reviews were telling me, hey, you know, it's really good headphones. You got to try them. So I'm like, okay, I got to try them. I go to Best Buy. I plot down the $400, and these are just about $400. All right, don't believe the $3 or $49.99. You're gonna spend like $380 something, okay, with tax. So it was nearly $400. I go out to the truck. I don't even make it home, man. I'm so excited. I unwrap it. I hook it up to my phone. And by the way, I think I've had a lot of really expensive headphones, guys, and I don't think any one of them hooked up to my phone as easily, as seamless as I literally turned them on. My phone just immediately, through some Google software, was like, connect to your Sony. It was that fast, guys. So I was blown away by that. That was cool. It's not a big deal, but it's kind of nice, all right? It makes you feel premium. So anyways, they connected to my phone. I put them on. I started playing through my playlist. I immediately was not impressed. Man, the whole thing must have lasted about 20 minutes, and I ended up walking right back into the store and returning them, and I was done with the Sony's 1000XM3. So I was done with them, all right? I wasn't even going to review them, but a few of you commenters have requested the XM3s, so I thought, okay, I'll give them another shot and really put them through my little torture test. So I got them, I tested them out, and I is here to kind of give you my view, my opinion. The shaky cameras, you guys stop your drinking. You're gonna get my truth. Don't hate me if it's not exactly what you're wanting to hear. Okay, if you spent the $400 on these and I say something against them, don't sit there and hate me because you're trying to justify your purchase, guys. I test a lot of headphones. I own a lot of headphones, so this is my truth. You just all right, let me get to it. I can get going, guys. I get hyped up, man. I love this. I love headphones. I love sound and music. I can get hyped up. All right, you got the Sony XM3s. Let's check out the back of the box real quick. If I don't do that, you guys will grill me. Qualcomm aptX HD Skull Candy Crusher 360s. Please take notice, because I still don't know exactly what codec you're running, but these do, because they tell me right here. You see, it's all right. That's really nice, and it also has LDAC. you know, I can't pick up too much difference between the two. I'm going to go with aptX HD just because I like the HD moniker. It makes it sound HD. All right. Put that over there. Get that out of the way. Here's your instructions. You're not going to need them. You just whip them out and they'll connect to your freaking phone. It's just that easy. They're going to give you a booklet that no one is ever going to read. It's going to stay in that plastic. I will literally forget about it and never, ever, ever see it again. As a matter of fact, the only time I will ever even think about any of the paperwork in that box is if these break and I am shitting brakes and I'm looking for the warranty papers, seeing if it's covered. Other than that, that booklet is useless. So here's the case. It feels nice. It's compact. It reminds me a lot of the Bose case, only I think it's a little better. That's about the same. They didn't really go all out on the case. It's really nice. It is really nice, but if you're going to compete with Bose, you want to try and not do them in every step of the way. That means the box and the case, all right? And the box was actually nothing special. I kind of like the Bose box better, so it reminds me of this box reminds me of the 950s, so it's just a cheap, flimsy cardboard. They didn't really put too much thought into it. They didn't go the Apple route, okay? So you got your wire here. I'm sorry, guys, I got to do this, right? You got your USB-C, all right? They're using the new stuff. See the camera. Well, it's USB-C. Take my word on it. And then you got your... I don't know what that is. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't use this. Never... Whatever. Maybe it's for our Japanese brethren. I don't know. Okay. Here's the meat and potato. Oh, you know, before I get to these. That, you see that? The drawing? That little cardboard? I would leave that in there. That is cool. All right, that is really cool. If you guys have the Bose QC35s, some of you might know that it's kind of like working a jigsaw puzzle to get them back in the box. All right, it took me a little bit. It wasn't as straightforward as I thought it would be. I folded them up and I put them in there and they didn't fit. And I was like, oh, wait. Again, stop your drinking. They didn't fit. And I was a little confused. Yeah, I'm dumb, I guess. So they made me feel dumb, that's for sure. Let me see if I can focus the camera. I want you guys to get a good look at this. All right. These are the black, and they do come in, I saw them in silver, and I haven't checked their website to see if they come up, you know, with any more colors. They have a cool little gold accent. It's nice. Nothing to write home about. So I'm going to let you guys take a look at the connectors, and okay, sorry the video was interrupted, guys. I had to take a very important robocall. Okay, apparently I'm looking for some sort of life insurance, and man, when I get those phone calls, I like to talk to the people and let them know how wonderful it was that they interrupt my life while I'm driving, while I'm showering, while I'm sleeping, while I'm doing just about anything, right? So I had to let them know just how much fun they are. Okay, so we're going to dig into these headphones, and I'm going to try and be as thorough as possible. So, look and feel. They look professional. They look really nice. They're not fancy. They don't stick out in any way. I actually thought they looked pretty neat in the gym because they're so low profile, you know. They're not out there. You don't look like you're compensating for anything. All right, so they look good. They feel plastic. They're made out of plastic. They feel plasticky, but they feel nice. I mean, I definitely don't think they can take too much of a beating. You know, they are no V Modas for sure. All right. So that's the look and feel. The build quality, I don't know. I got to be honest with you guys. I think they're about on par with Bose, but I have not had a good run with Sony's. My 950s that you see in the background, they crapped out just from sitting in a hot car for a couple weeks. So you know, I wouldn't leave these in a hot car. Now I've left my crushers in that same car or truck, and they have had no problems. So I don't know about Sony's build, but they feel nice, and if they're anything like the Bose, they should last quite a while. So I can't really speak too much for the build. I think they feel kind of cheap. They're kind of light. Maybe I'll take back cheap. They feel light, but they feel well made, if that makes any sense. You're not going to get these in the hand like the Skull Candy Venues. You get them in your hand, they start creaking and cracking, and they're plastic, but it feels cheap. These are plastic, and they feel light. They don't feel cheap. They just feel light. I think that's purposely designed that way. These are for travelers, for comfort, and obviously the lighter it is, the more comfortable it's going to be. So I'm going to give them that. I'm not going to call it cheap. I take that back. They're just light. They're plasticky and light. They don't creak and crack. They're well made. All right. So I think it's a good quality set of cans we got here. So let's get into the sound. Okay. So the sound to me is very nice. The highs were nice and bright. Unlike the Bose highs, man, the highs just licked the tip of too much. Lick the tip. I'm gonna say that one more time. Just keep saying that. The rest of the video will just be me saying lick the tip. Lick the tip of just too much on the high end. So on a few songs, I was able to pick out that s, when they say a word with an S, like say, it was like s, you know. So that's pronounced. I try to pronounce that higher so you can pick that up on the mic, but it wasn't that bad. It just, I can just make it out. It's, it was just a little bit more, it would be on the high end, so it would be licking past the tip. So the Sonys don't do that. They got bright highs, but they're nowhere near the top end of too much. So I like the highs. They were nice. They were clean. They were separate from the mids. The mids had a good separation. I like the instrumentals. They did a good job with the instrumentals. The mids didn't really move me as much as I like the V Modas. They had really good mids, and the Master and Dynamics have probably some of the best mids that I've come across, and these didn't have that, but they had really good mids, really solid mids. So I don't think anyone is going to put these headphones on and say they sound bad, okay? Especially with the software tricks it has, and I'm going to get into that here in a little bit, along with the ANC. But I just want to try and detail sound quality wise. What is that beeping? You guys hear that beeping? What the hell is beeping? Stop beeping. All right. So the bass, right? These are not bass headphones. These do not advertise bass. They are not made for bass. Guys, if you're traveling and you're just trying to relax watching a movie, or you're in an airplane on a long trip, or on a train ride or bus, man, you don't want a bunch of bass, I use my products for the gym, right? I don't really travel that much, but I'd like to think that if I was traveling, I would not be putting on my bass headphones. So the bass here is nice. It's a good quality bass. The quantity is low, but the quality is high. It can get down really low, very nice. I had no complaints. It did help. It made the music funner. It was a good quality bass. It wasn't a lot of it, but definitely a lot more of it on the Sony's XM3s over the Bose QC35. Man, the QC35, literally, it's like someone at Bose was like, nah, I hate bass. Let's just not put it in our headphones. And someone's like, yeah, no, we got to put some bass. Like, all right, we'll put the minimal amount of bass we can possibly get away with, because bass does not jive with me. So those sound engineers, I don't know what's going on with those guys. They're smoking that wacky tobacco. I don't know. I like bass. I can deal with different levels of bass. I don't have to have my head rattling. As long as it's good, clean, and it can hit that low end, man, that real deep, smooth low end, that's what I like. So that's what I look for, all right? So I'm not going to knock their bass, their mids. I'd like a little bit more oomph for the instrumentals. Look, the instruments, to me, that's what moves me. They weren't there. Now, I will show you what I mean when I talk about sound, right? So like I was saying, the Bose, this is the high end over here, and this is the low end over here. So the Bose, I would picture their high end way up here, licking the tip. The mids, again, this is my personalized EQ made by the Jaybird Terra Pros, right? So they did a sound test, and this is what they came up with, what I like. And you know what? I fully agree, okay? And the nerds are about the same thing. My blob would agree. For those of you that don't know what a blob is, If you ever have play with the Neuros, you will know what a blob is. So, and then I like that smooth bass. You see how I don't have it way up here licking the tip? It's not really hard hitting. I like smooth bass. And then over here towards the bass, you got the mids. You know, the instrumentals, this makes it look like I don't like instrumentals, right? It's like, no, turn them off. No, the instrumentals are all over here on this end, coming towards the high end, all right? So the instrumentals over here on the low end, that's what really breaks up that separation from the mids to the bass to me. So that's what I'm thinking. When I'm thinking about sound, I'm thinking about an EQ and how it's EQ'd, and that's what I'm really talking about. So, the Sonys have a good smooth bass, and that's why I can't knock their bass. Now, guys, I was totally planning on bashing these things, right? All the way around. I was just going to bash them, but I can't. They're good. They're nice headphones, so they did a good job. There's a few things I don't like, and I can get into that a little bit more, but I'd like to just move through this. Call quality was good. I had no problems. The person I was speaking with didn't complain. They were able to carry on a conversation with me, and I was conversating with them, so I had no problem with call qualities. I think these would be fantastic for audiobooks. I listen to R.C. Bray right now. Currently I'm listening to Helldivers Book 2. It is awesome. His voice is amazing. The dude has a sexy voice, you know what I'm saying? So I don't swing that way, but I would for Bray. Hey, that rhymes. So we got the codec. I already spoke about the codec. You got the LDAC, and you got, I think that's Sony's LDAC. They came up with that, and you got the aptX HD. They have everything, man. This is the starship of headphones, right? So they're gonna have the latest and greatest, and that's definitely a big plus over the Bose. The Bose is, you know, going on what, 2 or 3 years old now, and they're just. They need to really put out an update, guys, because these Sonys are solid. They're freaking legit. So, should I bleep that out? I'm gonna bleep. I just said a bad word. I'm gonna bleep that out. I don't want YouTube coming at me. Price. You can pick these up for $350. That means you're gonna spend around $400. Man, I've seen these go down to as low as $300, but no lower. So they're trying to be like Bose. They're setting themselves up in the premium area. Now, Bose, the whole lineup for Bose is premium. Sony doesn't have any problem making $5 junk buds or 50 and 20. They literally have, their lineup can literally go in any price range from $5 to $400. If you want to spend more, Sony will absolutely allow you to do that. They will come out with something to fit the $801. You know, oh, you want to spend more than $800, but don't want to spend more than $802. Well, here's a headphone for that. So Sony has no problem making everything for $1, $2, $3, $4. I mean, their lineup is fierce. I could not go through Sony's lineup. I just couldn't do it. There's way too many headphones and too many buds, and Sony's been around for a long time too, guys. So, all right. So, competition. They really don't have any competition. I don't see the Bose as competition. I just listening to them both and seeing all the features that you're going to get with the Sonys. If you're dead set on getting the Sonys or the Bose, I don't see how you can go with the Bose. Now, if the people that do, Bose has a strong following. They're a lot like Apple, right? They have a strong following, and their ears have been tuned to Bose's EQ, and that's what they think sounds amazing. I can't knock them. You know, sound is subjective. They hear something different than what I'm hearing. I do not like all my sound being on the high end. All right, I'll be more happy if you're in the mids with a nice smooth bass, and Bose doesn't do that. They just literally just pulled up the peak on the high end, and you know, maybe a little peak in the mids, and then they just turned down the bass to nothing for my ears. Now, you could put on the Bose and you could be like, man, I don't know what that dude's talking about. He's crazy. The bass and the Bose sound amazing. Okay, but for my ears, I'm not, you know, guys, I got a lot of headphones. I've tried a lot of headphones. I own a lot of headphones. I borrowed a lot of headphones. I have my ears have touched a lot of headphones, and I'm not going to argue with y'all. This is my video. But I'm just going to say, to me, the Bose has it's one of the least bass-having headphones that I've come across. All right, maybe it has more than none, but it's definitely down there. It's on the top 3 list of no bass headphones. How's that? So, the only other thing that, the other headphone that I would look at, now I'm looking at ANC, right? There's a lot of other headphones I think sound better, are made better, that they look better, maybe even be more comfortable. I can get into a huge list, but I'm just going with headphones that have ANC, and of course you got your Audio Technicas, your Sennheisers, you got your, Master and Dynamic. I don't know, I don't think Master and Dynamic has ANC, but they sound amazing. So I can go through a huge list, but as far as ANC in this price range, you got Bose, and to me, the king of sound and technology for me is the Neurophones. I think the Neurophones have just about, no, they have more technology than the Sony's XM3s, and the technology that they both have at the same time, the Neurophones to me do it better. So the Sony's has a few tricks up its sleeve, but the Neuros ultimately for me win out in the fact that they do everything just about better, and they got the personalized EQ, which is something that I'm really pushing for. Guys, we got to tell these companies we want personalized EQs, because that is a huge deal. It makes a big difference in sound, right? Personalized EQ does make a difference. Go check out my Neurophone review video. I'm going to do more videos on the Neurophones because I love them so much, but go check out that video. Look at the comment sections because, I like to conversate about this stuff. I love this stuff, right? This is my passion. So, you could see our conversations and people actually trying them out, and they're like, oh my God, you were so right. These are amazing. It's true. The Neurophones do a good job. So I think if I'm going to be in that price range and I have to have ANC, but I want the best sound quality and I want a bunch of tech, I'm looking at the Neurophones. I'm not really looking at the Sonys. Now, I would get the Sonys if I travel a lot, because the Sonys are lightweight and they don't take up much room. The Neuros don't do that. They're heavy. So, the Sonys went out there. The Sonys ultimately would be more comfortable for somebody that can't have those little ear knobs in their ear. So I can see that. The Sonys have a good sound signature, and you can play around with it. I'm going to get into the app in a little bit, and we're going to talk about the ANC. I talk fast because there's a lot to say. I'm trying to shove your head full of information for these headphones. You guys are about to drop a lot of money, so I hope you guys appreciate it. So what else would I, because I have a list here of, kind of questions that I like to ask myself. What else would I get besides the Sonys? And I'd go with the Neuros, unless, again, I'm a full-time traveler. I get on airplanes all the time, or trains or buses. I think maybe at that point I would probably look at the Sonys because of their ANC. So now we're going to get into their app and their ANC. Here, ladies and gentlemen, is their app. Okay, here we go. So you can see it's detecting. It works very well. It's a very well made app. This personalized optimizing. This is for the ANC. And guys, you see that optimized to 1 ATM atmospheric pressure. Let me talk about the ANC a little bit. It is awesome. It is the tits, guys. It is everything everyone is saying and then some. It not only works amazingly well, all right, but it is, if you watch my other videos, especially on the Bose or on the Skull Candy venues, I trash ANC. I do not like ANC headphones. They make my freaking face feel like it's about to pop, or my brain, or it's too much pressure just thinking about it. I do not like it. All right, I'm telling you guys, I hate ANC. I will say it all day long, but the ANC done by Sony here is the tits. Okay, I put them on. I didn't like it at first. I got that same nasty feeling. I ran through that little software. It optimized it for me. So, again, personalized sound, personalized everything seems to be a lot better, guys. So I optimized it for me, and it took all of 10 seconds, and that pressure was relieved, but that the sound blocking effect was still there. It's very cool. It works very well. So good job, Sony. All right. So let's get back to the app, and then I'm going to tell you how I use these. How I put them through my torture test, and I'm going to kind of just go over how I use. I use these in the gym. They're really not designed for the gym, if only because the pads you know, I can't really replace the pads, and I don't know how well these would hold up in the gym. I don't think these would be good for the gym. So let's see. Here's the app right here. Okay, now you got the sound positioning control, which is really neat. It works very well. You can change the different positions of where the sound is coming from. It is cool. It's kind of creepy, actually, because it works so well. The surround VPT, this is neat. Too, you know, if you're doing like your morning cardio, I like to like close my eyes and pretend I'm in a concert hall, you know, and check out my Britney Spears dancing for me. Hey, baby. It works very well. The equalizer, this is cool too. You can go through different EQs. You got your bright, you got your customs over here. Your bright, excited, mellow, and works really well. Relaxed, vocal, your treble boost, your bass boost, your speech. It works very well. All right, it does. Each and every one of those has their own signature. Sound quality mode. This is the problem right here. Prioritize on sound quality or prioritize on stable connection. Now here's the deal, guys. This is unstable connection, right? So you see that it's SBC. I'm going to try and focus the camera. SBC. All right. So all of these cool features, they work, and they work very well. All right. The problem here is that if you want LDAC or you want aptX HD, you gotta change it out. It will go to LDAC. I can switch it off to aptX HD, but now I can't use any of this. See, it wants to go back. So that knocks sound positioning control off, surround VPT off, equalizer off, and why? You know, I want a good codec, and I want to play with all the cool little features, and I'm not getting that. So I don't know why Sony did that. That sucks. I'd like an explanation, please, because $400 here. You guys literally killed, you know, some of the cool features for these headphones. I don't get it. So I don't know. I don't like it. Automatic power off. The app works very well, guys. I give Sony their props, right? I really wanted to bash Sony, but they did a pretty damn good job here. Would I spend $400 on these? Nah, no, probably not. If I was traveling, I'd just suffer it out with my Neuros. How's that? I would pack 2 less shirts to carry my Neuros in my briefcase. So I use these in the gym. We did a good monster leg workout, and my ears did not get as hot as I thought they would. The sound and the volume, right? The sound was really good. I already talked about the sound, but the volume was low, just like last time. That's what really turned me off about the Sonys last time. But the volume here was helped with the ANC. The ANC did so well that, I mean, you put them on, you could literally hear almost nothing. I can hear just the background music in the gym, but it wasn't anything. Man, I was like, man, you could hear it, but golly, it works so well. I take off the headphones and all that sound comes hitting me in the face. It's crazy. So that ANC works so well that the volume didn't need to be so high. And I actually got through a whole workout without having to take my headphones off, because I didn't get fatigued. You know, the volume was just high enough to be good. The ANC, you know, helped to make sure that I can only hear what was playing in the headphones, and it was really nice. I liked it. It was a different experience than what I'm used to. I'm used to turning up my volume so damn loud, and then halfway through my workout, I just can't stand music anymore. I'm fatigued. I didn't have that with these. They looked cool. They were slim. I sure would like to be able to change out. If I could change out the pads, I would probably. I would definitely keep these. If I could change out the pads, I would definitely keep these. And for me to say that, it's insane. All right, I do not like Sony, but that they did such a good job. I think I like these Sonys enough, and the ANC really helps it put it over the top. To take care of my main concern is that volume. I like my music loud, like the V-Modas or the Neuras or Master and Dynamics. I think is the loudest I've come across, and that ANC really helps to offset that, and I kind of like getting through the whole workout without having to take off my headphones. That was really cool. I do not like the side the side deal where you put your right hand over the right ear cup and talk. You know, you're holding a conversation and you look silly. I do not like that, but it's cool that it's there. They could probably update that on a firmware, so because it's touch control, so you could update that on a firmware. I don't see why they couldn't do that. The touch controls worked. I had absolutely no problems. Once you kind of learn how to use them, they worked. And I think that just about covers everything. So guys, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. If you made it this far, you deserve to know, because this is a long video, and I think the Sonys kind of deserve that, since I shunned them for so long and I've talked crap about the XM3s for so long. They have been redeemed in my eyes. I think they're a good pair of headphones, and you know, they command their $400 price tag, and you know what, I can't knock that price, guys, and I usually do. All right, you check out my other videos, I do, but that ANC works so well that if you value ANC that much, there's some of you jokers out there that will pay $5,000 to have that best ANC, and if that's the only headphones that have the best ANC is the Sonys, and they cost $5,000, you guys will pay it. So some people see that value. I can't knock the price on these. They have the best ANC. They're toting that, and they're delivering it in spades. I can't knock the price. So Sony definitely deserve a long video from me. But if you guys made it this far, I'm going to let you guys on a little secret. All right. Not very many people know this, so I'm going to keep it low. All right. Gentlemen, if you guys subscribe to my channel, life gets so much sweeter. And I'm talking about ladies will start falling all over you. All right. The guys, your friends, people at work, the dudes are just going to come up and they're like, dude, I wish I was you. Just out of nowhere, just randomly, you know, it's weird. All right. You know, you go to that Chick-fil-A line to get you that #2 deluxe with your Diet Dr. Pepper. The cars in the line, they're just going to scoot right on over for you. They're just, no one's even going to say a word. They just see you coming and they're going to scoot right on over. Life gets sweeter. And for you ladies, it's 10 times better. I'm not even going to ruin the surprise. So you guys click that subscribe button and find out how much better life gets. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this long-ass video. I did my best. Sonys, they did all right with this one. They got my vote.